prophecy I've been warning about.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did. We still talk about food shortages, and it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia; it's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example, just to give you one example. But we had a long discussion in the G7 with both the United States, which is a significant, the third largest producer of wheat in the world, as well as Canada, which is also a major producer. And we both talked about how we could increase and disseminate more rapidly food shortages. In addition to that, we talked about urging all the European countries and everyone else to end trade restrictions on sending limitations on sending food abroad. And so we are in the process of working out with our European friends what it would take to help alleviate the concerns relative to food shortages. We also talked about a significant major U.S. investment, among others, in terms of providing for the need for humanitarian assistance, including food.
Alarm here this morning, and I want you to listen to me, and I want the nation to, because I'm the chairman of our House Agriculture Committee, and I'm very worried about this turmoil over in Ukraine and Russia's violent, illegal, and criminal action that they're taking, and the impact that this has on global trade, and most importantly, our own food security. We could very well be on the verge of a hunger crisis all over this world. I want to share with you some research and the nation so we can understand what this Ukraine-Russia situation is causing. Today, Russia alone is producing more than 2/3 of the 20 million metric tons of fertilizer used to grow corn and wheat around the world. One country producing 66% of the fertilizer that is needed. And when you combine Ukraine and Russia, also, these are the two largest exporters of wheat, corn, and barley, producing a quarter of the world's wheat in these two countries, making this impact a crisis of soaring magnitude when you have this much and these two countries are warring each other. So I want to sound the alarm on this. I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you, Chairman Powell, the disruptions and rising prices from these commodities will destabilize global food markets and threaten our food stability and social stability. So my question to you, Mr. Chairman Powell, to what extent could these developments create a financial stability risk here at home and abroad? And what must we do? We can go without a lot of things in this world, but the one thing we cannot go without is food. And when you have this much power on our food security for the world in the hands of these two countries warring each other at this time, what can you do about it?
So I think your point is
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Shem HaRakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel brother, from the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Just real quick, man. This thing is getting ready to hit. I really feel it, and brothers have been speaking on this, and why several brothers are doing lessons on this. I feel like my addition to this wouldn't really hurt as much, because this is prophecy, and the scriptures say that the prophets, they prophesied using similitudes, man. God damn, they prophesied using similitudes of the prophets, man. Okay, which is basically a similarity, so to speak. But basically, man, they were talking about how Russia and Ukraine produces 66.6% of barley and wheat and oats in the world, which is 2/3 of the world's bread supply, man. And they are considered that America in the Midwest is considered the bread basket of the world. So this country is getting ready to head towards famine. Go, motherfucker. Slovakia, man. I'm on a road. But basically, man, this country is getting ready to see a famine on biblical proportions, man. This is getting ready to make the famine of ancient Egypt look like child's play, because you had to understand the dream that Pharaoh had, which Joseph interpreted for him. He went into the 7 kind ears and the 7 lean flesh, the 7 kind, and then you had the 7 lean years or the 7 lean flesh of the stalks that he saw in the dream, which represents a famine. And they said that the famine was so sore in Egypt to the point that it made the 7 years of plenty look like as if it was never anything. Okay, so we're getting ready to hit judgment on biblical proportions, man. And I don't know if and I can't say this because brothers are really grasping the reality, but these people, they're not grasping the reality as to how bad that this thing is getting ready to get. Okay, and you got your president here, Sleepy Joe, even saying it. Okay, now why this was all set up and planned by the elites to bring in a digital infrastructure known as the MOTB, they blaming Russia on it, but Russia they're just following the NWO paradigm as well. Okay, because they're all are trying to sit at that round table as leading the nations in this new world order. You see, so Biden, Putin, all these guys, though they may be into it on a surface level, at the end of the day, the elites is controlling both sides, and this is what the elites want. Because even though they may be fighting among each other, the end goal is they want to RFI, they want to MOTB everybody, and that's just where it boils down to. Okay, and that may be the solution that they may use to say, well, look, this is going to do away with the food shortage if you allow us to Karagma you. Because we already said that the Karagma is going to be promoted through some type of economic tourism. Why not the food supply? Because that's directly tied into the economy. All right, brother. So this thing is getting ready to get bad real fast. And they were already staging this. They were already talking about this, because think about for the last year and a half, how all those particular containers sat out in the ocean for months. They wasn't allowed them to be shipped to certain stores. Certain food products were sitting out in the ocean for months. All right. And they was talking about over there in China how a lot of the they didn't have access to a lot of the food on the docks because they were just sitting there. Because when the shutdown came, everybody just pretty much abandoned post. And then factories are shutting down production. All right. So you can kind of look and see that they were planning this. All right. And like Klaus Schwab said, for the Great Reset, they said it specifically. He said, look, everybody's going to survive the common food shortage because, hey, everybody's going to need to have that, in order to get it. They're going to need to have the juice. And further yet, they're going to have that, the MOTB. You see, so this famine is getting ready to be bad. And while you niggas out there playing games and you're twerking You thinking that 2023 or 2022 is gonna be the bounce back because you felt that you've owed some type of gratuity because you've lived and fucked off your whole life being wicked. The Most High got another thing for you, man. Okay, you people are getting ready to suffer greatly here in America, and we don't. I don't know if you people don't understand the severity of that, but this is serious, man. All right, and you got this sleepy, peasy-eyed bastard right here, this demon, this devil, that's basically playing with your ass, man. Okay, because the scriptures say you put your trust in Egypt. That should be your confusion, man. That should be your shame. Because what you dusty niggas go down there and do, you went down there and you voted for this fucking creep, okay? Which he's nothing but a damn devil. At the end of the day, he don't give two damns about you nigger women, okay? You Negroes. He don't, and man, he don't give a fuck about you black women, man. All right, because the only reason why this man is really in there, okay, because the Electoral College, which is, you know, which they select presidents, they're not elected, they're selected. But overall, on the surface level, you fucking black ass women put this man in there, man. Because he won pretty much 95% of the fucking woman vote. And majority of it was you damn women of color. All right? Because you thought he was going to give you more child support, more stimulus checks. Well, guess what? He may be giving you more tax money. He may be giving you more stimuluses. But you ain't going to have no food to spend it on, man. Because all the food stamp, all the federal funding, they getting ready to cut that, man. Okay? And they getting ready to go to war behind this. So, brothers, man, we finna be up out of here in a minute, Lord's will. All right? So, like Apostle Tar said, hey, this is the year of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai turning up. Hey, he couldn't have deemed this a better slogan. Hey, he couldn't have said it no better than that. That was so to the spirit speaking through that man, when he came up with that slogan. All right, this is the year of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai turning up. And the Lord is definitely turning up because, hey, food shortages and famines are getting ready to hit this planet, man, on an all-time high. And all hell is getting ready to break loose in the streets of Babylon the Great and around the world. Okay, if you ain't of the Lord's elected, you ain't with the Lord ain't with you in that day, only thing we can say to you is, hey, it was nice knowing you. Because it's going to get that bad out here, man. It's going to get bad, it's going to get bad, and it's going to get bad, and it's going to be extra bad for you Israelites. Mainly you single women, man. All right, because you got babies, you have children. The father's all in jail, all right? He's not supporting. This is going to be a shit show. And we going to laugh, all right, because we've warned you. Like the scriptures tell you in Ezekiel 33, it says, and lo, this will come, then thou shalt know that a prophet has been among them. Okay? So, hey, we're among the apostles and elders warning you people of the coming famine to get right and to repent, man. All right? And to get your minds right and stop playing games. But what do? You want to wait it out. You want to see. I want to have a wait and see approach. Oh, I want to continue to live wicked until the last minute. Then I'm going to change my ways when I see a missile come. Nah, bro. Lord ain't going to give you a ticket on his ark. Okay, which is the chariots now that's coming to deliver us. Lord's will, we of that number. All right, so bear with me, brothers. I'm driving here, so I'm gonna try to read the scriptures as best as I can. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. Give me 1 second, Slocky. It's on the thing. All right, so this is the book of Ezekiel, and I'm gonna start at verses Ezekiel 4, and I'm gonna start at verses 4, and I'm gonna start at 15. It says, then he said it to me, lo, I have given thee cow's dung for men's dung, and thou shalt prepare bread therewith. Right, eating GMO. Even the GMOs are getting ready to be scarce, man. Them little 99-cent Wendy McNuggets you like, hey, that shit is gonna be shut down. Okay, because hey, you ain't gonna have the breading to buy them because hey, they say that Russia controls 66% of the world's wheat resource. All right, so if you ain't getting that shipped on this side of the world, hey, how you gonna have your food? How you gonna have your pieces? How you gonna have your pita rolls? It's gonna be bad out here, man. And we know how much bread you jakes like to consume. It says here, and it says, and moreover, he said it to me, son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. So the Lord is gonna break the bread. He's gonna do away with the food supply. Like the scriptures tell you in 2nd Esdras, he says that, hey, it says, and one man should stand up to fight against one another with swords in their hands because of the lack of food or the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so that's what we have to look forward to, man. Great tribulation, according to the scriptures. And it says here, and I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they should eat bread by weight, and with care, and they should drink water by measure and with astonishment, man. Because when the water cisterns are shut down, when the plants are shut down, you ain't gonna have access to free water. All right, like when a what do you call it? the sanitation systems, the toilet, like not the irrigation systems, but basically when it comes down to you having to flush your toilet, the cisterns and so forth, you know, a lot of those are hooked up to the smart meters now, man, to the electrical grid. So when the power is cut, you ain't gonna be able to really flush your toilets. You ain't gonna be able to get water, fresh water, because the pumping stations are gonna be shut down, because everything is ran digitally now. That was the whole concept of them running everything digitally so they could control everything. So from your shower water to your sink water or your tap water, your toilet water, you ain't gonna be able to get fresh water to drink, okay? Because they gonna run everything digitally. That's the whole concept of them trying to do away with the natural resources, because they want to put everything on a grid. So ultimately, man, they can hold on, let me see something here. Let me see if I'm still recording. Oh, okay, I'm still recording. So ultimately they can control everything, man. Okay. Next precept, and like I said, I'm driving, so brothers gotta bear with me, man. I just wanted to do this while the spirit was hot, and the spirit is on me to do it, so you know we gonna get it done. So this is the book of Genesis, the 41st chapter, and I'm gonna start at verses 25. It says, "And Joseph said it to Pharaoh, the dream of Pharaoh is one, and the Most High have showed Pharaoh what he is about to do." Okay, in these videos, these news reports, the visions that brothers are having, like the beloved brother from Dallas camp, the brother Priest Sha'ar, he had a vision 2 nights ago. He said that he saw an angel that was just, his body was inflamed like he was an angel of fire, man. His body was covered from fire from head to toe, almost like Blaze. Or if you brothers ever seen Firefly, or if you brothers ever seen play Killer Instinct, you have a man by the name of Cinder, man. Okay, he's basically a angel that's full of fire. All right, he was engulfed in flames from his garment to his beard to everything, man. And he said the angel was ready for war. Okay, and hey, the scriptures say, "Hurt not the earth nor the trees until the Lord seal the elect," or the servants of the foreheads, man. So we coming into the time that the Lord is getting ready to really unleash this thing. The things that the scriptures have prophesied about, that we've been waiting for several lifespans, okay, several life sentences, that we've came back and did the work of the Most High on the planet Earth. Hey, the Most High is getting ready to do exactly what he said he's gonna do. Okay, and it may seem unreal, but hey, it's gonna be a real thing. While these niggas are riding around in Hellcats thinking it's sweet, you're gonna be riding around in a Hellcat with an empty stomach, with an empty tank of gas, man, trying to be cute with your stomach touching your back, man, because you stupid ass Jakes ain't prepared by praising the Lord. And it says here, the 7 good kind are 7 years, and the 7 good ears are 7 years, and the dream is 1. And the 7 thin and ill-favored kind that came up after them are 7 years, and the 7 empty ears blasted the east wind should be 7 years of famine. Okay, and this happened in ancient Egypt, and those 7 years of plenty was non-existent because of the ill, or because of the 7 bad years. You see, so all the plenty that you've had in America since the time after the Great Depression, after World War II, when things bounced back slightly, hey man, you're gonna forget that the good days have even been a factor, because the scriptures say that, hey, once a man reached poverty, roughly paraphrasing it, it's in an apocrypha, but basically when a man is catching hell, he forgetted about the good days, man. So all the days of nourishment, all the days of abundance that you people have had, you're gonna forget about that, man. You're gonna forget about all the barbecues and the picnics you've had, the family reunions, the get-togethers, you know, the storehouses, the deep freezers full of venison, full of cow, full of that tainted pig you like to eat. You're gonna forget that was even a thing, because it's gonna get so bad out here to the point people are gonna start killing each other, and the biggest threat will be the people, okay, and the military, because the military will have to come in to restore order, okay, hence order out of chaos. This is all orchestrated by the elite bankers, man, okay, and Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai on the left hand side. It says, "And a plenty should not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it should be very grievous," okay, very grievous, okay, and this famine coming to America is going to be very grievous. Why? Because the scripture said so. You see, going into the siege of Samaria, hey, when they had to sell a piece of dove's dung for 4 score pieces of silver, that's a lot of money for dove shit, man, okay. And people gonna really result to cannibalism out here. Like a zombie apocalypse. People gonna literally be eating tires off vehicles. People are literally gonna be eating the lead off their vehicles, man. Eating their shoestrings, eating their shoes, eating the fucking kids, man. Okay, because a lot of people, even though they took the juice, the government is gonna play games with them, man. Okay, because it's in Esau's nature to watch people starve. He wants to see people suffer, man, because that's the type of devil that he is. Okay. There's so many precepts, man, I want to go into, but you know, it's kind of hard to do it while I'm driving, man. So slack it, man. I got a shitload of precepts in my mind that I want to bring out. All right, because I mean, honestly, man, this is a heavy topic. Okay, so this is the book of Revelation 6 and it says, and I heard the voice in the midst, and the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. But see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Right, and the oil and the wine represents this truth, man, in the elect. Okay, but nonetheless, the bread supply is going to be hurt because the Lord said he was going to smite the bread of Egypt, man. Okay, and the Lord said it should be no work, nor head, nor tail, nor branch, nor rush may do. And Egypt should be like unto women in that day because of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he's shaking over it. Okay, because the Lord is going to cause a perverse spirit to go up into Egypt, America. And it's going to hit here extra bad because, like I always say in my previous segments, you Jakes and you Edomites in the society, you're led by your appetite for mirth, okay, bread and circus, and actual literal bread. Okay, you guys are hell-bent on your appetites here. This is why 2 out of every 3 of these people here got pot bellies, man. Eating fucking abominable food, eating McDonald's. McDonald's ain't gonna be around too much longer, man. And if you want to eat McDonald's, you gotta have that charagma in order for you to even have a chance of getting a 99-cent hamburger. That's if it's 99 cents. Okay? So, hey, brothers, man, look, the prophets have warned. We've spoken about it. Hey, now Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is getting ready to act on our behalf, man. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. 2nd Ezra 6:22, it says, and suddenly should the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses should suddenly be found empty. Woo! And when a trumpet shall give a sound, which every man hear it, they should suddenly be afraid. And it says, and at that time, it says, friends should fight one against another like enemies. Why? Because of the lack of bread. Okay, no food, no water, no running supply, no light. People are going to fight each other off resources, man. Family members are going to turn and resort to snitching each other out. Okay, they see you with a loaf of bread, you better believe somebody's coming for it. You know, somebody's coming to take what you got. And that's just what it boils down to. And it says here, and the earth shall stand in fear with those things therein, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Right, because they're going to shut this grid down. Okay, the grid is going to be totally shut down to the point that you ain't going to have access to electricity. Okay, no phones, no working vehicles, because if they did a cyber EMP strike, that's going to shut the cars down. If you have a newer vehicle, okay, that run off, basically, if you got a computer chip in your car and they do a grid strike, then that's it. Your car ain't going to start up, man. It's going to short everything out. Planes are going to be falling from the sky. Okay, trains are going to be derailing. It's going to be complete chaos out here. All right. So, hey, man, you've been warned. I'm going to keep saying that. 2nd Ezra 15 verses 17. It says, and a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of their pride, the city should be troubled, and the house should be destroyed, and man should be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and great tribulation, man. Okay, great tribulation, great trouble. Okay, 2nd Ezra 6:22, it says, for many of them, matter of fact, behold, victuals should be so good cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. But even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell on the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead should be cast out as dung, and there should be no man to comfort them. For the earth should be wasted, and the cities should be casted down. So it's getting ready to be mass death here in America, all right? But I'm going to cut it short here, brothers. I want to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash. And with that, Shalom and the Baba Ball.